That's how you start a YouTube video. Yo, 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 it's your boy. We're knocking down comics everywhere we go.
Welcome, Midtown Comics fans, to another edition of New Comic Book Day video. So we are continuing this week with our challenge, although it seemed too easy for you guys last week. So I am cutting the time down to 90 seconds. Okay, that's a minute and 30 seconds. That's it. No 2 minutes, because you with the 12 and finished too soon.
Yeah, I mean, you rocked it.
Too much. It needs to be more of a challenge. I want to see you guys struggle a little bit more.
I'm gonna struggle.
So this week we slightly switched it up. We've got Kareem covering Marvel. We've got Mario covering DC. I don't know why he says it like that, but this is why he gets DC. And I will once again be covering indies. So you can place your comments or your bets down right now. Which one of us you think will be able to review the most comics today? And you'll just have to wait and see who wins. Also, if you guys aren't paying attention, we have this fancy imposter book. Is this a real book? I know, this isn't a comic book, this is a real book. We carry those too. But this is in honor of Frank Miller's book, Cursed. So it will be a Netflix show sometime this year. They still haven't announced end of 2019, beginning of 2020. So this might show up in the middle of nowhere. Just, you might turn on Netflix and, it's Cursed. So it's a really cool Arthurian story that follows Nimue. But we have a very fancy copy here that is signed by Frank Miller himself. And if you want a really cool book, maybe this exact book, stay tuned, because at the end of this video, we will let you know how you can enter to win this book in a giveaway. And we will be giving it away next week in honor of Frank Miller's birthday. So happy birthday in advance to you, Frank Miller. And with that, I guess we can start the challenge.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin.
3, 2.
Wonder Woman number 750 is in the vein of Detective Comics 1000 and Action Comics 1000, where there's about 9 different stories by a million different artists. The first story in here ends up telling us how Wonder Woman really feels about Cheetah, and honestly, by the end of this entire read, you realize that Wonder Woman loves a lot of people. Birds of Prey is a bunch of 3 retellings and 3 brand new stories. I forgot to say that this is Steve Orlando, Gail Simone, and 1,000 other people. This is also Gail Simone, Rob Vendetti, and a million other people. 3 brand new stories and 3 reprints. The first 3 stories are mostly set in this Birds of Prey universe, where they want you to kind of move from that onto the movie. I really like this week. This is Far Sector. This is a Green Lantern tale by N.K. Jemisin and Jamal Campbell. It's really cool, and there's a protest that goes on in the middle of it, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I was very interested to see what the Green Lantern does with an uprising on a planet. Detective Comics number 1019 by Peter Tomasi and Scott Godlewski. This is a brand new arc having to deal with a Norse god cult and a demon that pops out of a dude's face. Hellblazer, John Constantine. I had no idea what was going on in this. A lot of this was just Hellblazer kind of doing normal stuff, like riding a bus. Batman, Superman. I've got not very much time. I'm not going to get through all of this. Batman, Superman. This is Infected Aftermath. Batman Beyond number 4. The look at old Nightwing. Batgirl does stuff. Basket full of heads. What else did you expect? He said a basket full of heads. Red Hood and the Outlaws. He actually loves a girl and might have feelings for somebody. Shazam was a Christmas story. Something. Boom. I just want to show you this real quick. All right. So Superman deals with the aftermath of Superman revealing his secret identity. And in the middle of it, he goes and visits the Hall of Justice. Now, everybody knows that Superman is Clark Kent. I'm going to give this over to get a full-on close-up shot. You can see all the heroes are laughing and giggling and very interested, and they're okay with what Superman did. Even Batman has a begrudging smile here. That's a smile for Bruce Wayne. But the only person in this entire room that is upset is Wonder Woman. Why? You tell me.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. This was a great jumping on point. This is by Al Ewing and Juan Cabil. A little bit of the movie, a little bit of the comics. Great jumping on point, like I already said. Space Epic. Buy it, Rocket Raccoon. Atlantis Attacks. This is Namor versus the Agents of Atlas. This is, kind of a Pan-Asian city. This is by who? Pac and Dito. This is a lot of fun. This is also number 1. Great jumping on point. The Criminal Insane Dracula, Morbius fans, Blade fans, vampire fans in general. This is an old school 70s, old school cool kind of thing.
Morbius fans.
Morbius. They like Dracula. Purple Man. If you like season 1, Jessica Jones. What's his face? The actor. Anyways.
David
Tennant.
David Tennant. The
On the clock.
old school cool. This is the one for you, and I like Daredevil too. The Good Son. This is a fallout from what Carnage did in the massacre. I'm losing these names. Thompson, Neves. This is Eddie Brock's son, Dylan. Buy it. Excalibur, The New Age of Mutant Kind by Jonathan Hickman. This is people from the mystical forces. Buy it. Marauders, number 6. This is the same thing but on the sea. Kitty Pryde is the captain. Come on. Conan, Serpent War, Moon Knight, Conan, what's his face? The other guy, Solomon Kane. The names threw me off.
The other guy.
I would have whooped you guys if it wasn't for the names.
3.
Okay, first we have Once and Future. This is the last issue of an amazing series. It's Kieran Gillen and Dan Mora. Pick it up. It's Arthurian legend. Super creepy, super cool. Next, Family Tree. I really love this one. This is Jeff Lemire, Phil Hester. It's about people turning into trees. Okay, Heartbeats. Super creepy, super cool. This reminded me a lot of a manga. This is Maria Lovett, and she writes and illustrates it as well. Really cool art. It's about a weird chick who's poor, goes to a rich school. They pick on her, and she just thinks about how everybody everybody should die, and she makes friends with maybe a vampire. I'm not sure. Check it out. This is issue 3. Kids. This is a new one from Ablaze. This is issue number 1. Great jumping on point. This is about kids running a fun live podcast during the zombie apocalypse, and so they take really fun style videos of killing zombies. Cool. That's what kids do. That's what they're into these days. Gung Ho, issue number 2. Really love this one as well. If you guys watched our other video, I really dug the first issue. It's very Walking Dead style. 2 reject dudes who get sent basically to the middle of nowhere to fight zombies, and they're great at it. It's still fun. Firefly. It's Firefly. It's your childhood. It's wonderful. Maybe we'll get a reboot. If you're not getting the reboot, pick this one up. Heart Attack, super fun. Wow. All right, that was respectable.
Good. Hey, this is Rich. You just watched a nice friendly competition between Mario, Kareem, and Kristen. Talk about their favorite books of the week, but I am here to tell you about my favorite cover of the week. My favorite cover of the week right now is Detective Comics 1019. This is the cover B by Mr. Lee Bermeo. He's a very special person to the Midtown Comics brand. He has done several varying covers for us for Detective Comics 1000 and for Spider-Man number 1. He's a phenomenal talent. This book really captures the essence of Batman. This is really something that pops off the shelf. It's got a great layering aspect to it. It is a phenomenal looking cover. Definitely worth the pickup. Definitely a nice talking point for the shelf and all that. I definitely think it is great. Guys agree?
Batman learns a new language in seconds in that book.
That's pretty cool.
He also has... Batman has Rosetta Stone. All right? Definitely.
The whole time I saw that cover, I was looking for villain faces in the cape.
Based on our Detective 1000 cover. Lee Bermeo is fantastic. And it's also a good way to tell you that Midtown Comics will be going to C2E2 this year in Chicago. Lee Bermeo will be one of our guests. Definitely pick up this book. I'm going to get out of here, and you're going to hear the results from the timed contest of winners. Spoiler alert, it's Mario.
So earlier in the video, we told you that you'd have a chance to win this awesome Frank Miller signed Cursed copy of Cursed by Frank Miller and Thomas Wheeler. To do that, earlier when I was doing my Superman review, I mentioned that Wonder Woman looks to be the only one that's a little upset with Superman's decision to reveal his identity as Clark Kent. give us your comment on why. So the best comment on why she feels that way, we'll pick through the comments, and the best comment out there we'll choose, and that'll be the winner. We'll announce that in our next new Comic Book Day video, which will be next Wednesday. Remember, in order to enter this contest to win this book, you have to like this video, you have to be a subscriber to our channel, and your comment is your entry. Remember, best, funniest comment, as deemed by us, wins the book. So, final score, I had 9.
I had 6.
I had 8.
So I won this round, and I get to talk about my favorite DC book of the week before these guys get to talk about their favorite books. My favorite book right here was Far Sector number 3 by N.K. Jemisin and art by Jamal Campbell. I really like this. I'm not a huge Green Lantern fan, so I try to read some Green Lantern stuff here and there to kind of familiarize myself with the character. This is a brand new Green Lantern who is gaining her footing in a brand new sector. And it's interesting to see how a lantern deals with the politics of a planet. And I won't ruin anything, and then I'll let you guys go. But there's a spot here where there's a protest with some people against the government that's going on. And I was very interested to see how a Green Lantern dealt with that and how the world itself dealt with that Green Lantern in return. So I'm going to be returning to this. I'm very interested.
I actually want to give N.K. Jemisin a shout out. So when this book came out, I was really excited. She's an amazing author. If you guys have a chance, pick up the Inheritance trilogy or the Broken Earth trilogy or the Broken Earth trilogy or the Broken Earth trilogy. It's going to be a show at some point. It's amazing. It's really good stuff. So check out the book, check out her other books, and we'll pass it on to you, Mr. Second Place.
So I got second place this week. I'm not really happy about it. I thought I was champion, but
Came in hot.
Mario took the title. No, it was really fun with you guys as always. So this is my spotlight of the week from Marvel. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 38. This is by Nick Spencer. He's been doing the Lord's work in this one, and no, it's really good to have Spidey back and to have him, be a superhero again. I know that's like kind of hard to imagine Spider-Man as a superhero, but it's a breath of fresh air. And J. Jonah Jameson likes Spider-Man in this.
Wow.
It's very weird. So this issue is a good jumping on point. It's a new story arc. And Peter Parker also has a sister.
What?
So a lot of bomb drops in this one. So pick this one up if everyone's a Spidey fan. I don't.
You said this is the Lord's work, right?
This is the Lord's work. Okay? Pick this up. But there's a lot of bomb drops in this, and no, it's so fun.
Okay, so third place. I get to go last, but that's okay. Save the best for last. So my pick of the week was Heart Attack. This is the 3rd issue. Really cool story. It reminds me a lot of the X-Men. So the idea is that some people are kind of born, they're known as variants, with different kinds of powers. So like one of the characters in here has light that comes out of her hands. But the government has deemed them dangerous and believes that they're going to destroy everything, even though up until this point, no one has ever come across a genuinely dangerous variant. Like all of their abilities are pretty mild. Like someone has like mild telekinesis, like they can lift a paperclip. And of course the government is like, they're the devil, they need to be arrested. So it's a really cool story. It follows 2 variants who wind up becoming friends, and it turns out when they hold hands, they become a superpowered weapon. So even though there hasn't been a singular superpowered person, together with their powers combined, they're pretty powerful. So what I like the most about this issue is, I'll open this up for you guys, but there are, at the end of every issue, are fake news stories from like newspapers, very Watchmen-esque, where you kind of get an idea on what the society is thinking about and how people feel about variants in general. And of course, I got to stare at this as it's staring at me in the back, but equal rights for variants. So it has a great moral lesson to it, reminiscent of the X-Men. If you like the X-Men, you'll like this. It's a fun story. And it's from Image Comics. It's Sean Kittleson and Eric Zawadzki. So that is all, folks. That is all we have for you. Tune in next week for more comic books and for the winner of the Cursed giveaway and for Frank Miller's birthday as well. So remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you're reading in the comments below. You can pick up any of these books and the links in the description below. And we will see you next week for a new challenge, perhaps, of New Comic Book Day. See you next time, fans.